Hello everyone, I will be presenting Group H's project on evaluating the impact of combining thermal and shoulder surfing attacks. I will talk about the project in 5 ways: background, prototype, experiments, conclusion and challenge. With the popularity of mobile devices, security incidents resulting in losses caused by password leakage occur frequently. Improving the security of passwords is therefore important for the protection of user privacy. In the process of password theft, attackers often use shoulder surfing attacks to steal user passwords directly, thermal attacks to infer passwords by the hot residue when entering them, and attacks that combine the two. To solve this problem, we experimentally compare the advantages and disadvantages of combining attacks and separately, in order to provide users with recommendations for password settings that are more resistant to attack. On prototypes, we consider the use of the 3 most common passwords on the market, i.e. the use of pins, patterns and keyboard passwords as prototypes, with which the user enters a password and allows an attacker, under the same conditions, to shoulder surf using a peek at the entered password, detect residual heat from the device wound after entering the password for a thermal attack, and use a combination attack to steal the password, respectively. Then the experimental process. Experiments in which we had the user enter a password on the keyboard, and the shoulder surfer performed a shoulder surfing attack from behind the user. After the user has completed the typing operation, the thermographic apparatus is used to take a picture of the keyboard, which is used to perform the thermal attack. We use the type of password, length, number of repeating characters, and case or not as experimental variables, pin password, and pattern password with different numbers of digits, and keyboard passwords containing characters, to explore the attack efficiency of the 3 attacks, and the experimental data were collected statistically to derive the success rates of the 3 attack methods under 8 password types. The statistical results were analyzed and evaluated. After analysis, it was concluded that, to make the user's password defensible against shoulder surfing and thermal attacks, we recommend that the user set the password using duplicate characters, and use both upper and lower case characters, to increase the complexity of the password. Use physical means, such as covering the keyboard with another hand when typing the password, to protect the typing process from the attacker's prying eyes, and continue to interact with the screen after the password has been typed, leaving an extra thermal trail and creating thermal interference to defend against thermal attacks. The challenges encountered in the experiment were 2 main elements. The passwords used in the experiment were initially obtained through the use of a questionnaire, but given the possibility of revealing someone else's password, a similar mock password was later used to avoid sensitive data leakage, and to improve the security of the experiment. The attack process in the experiment. To control for variables, we only tested one direction and distance attack during the experiment, which may differ from the actual attack. These are the introduction of our project. Thank you for your listening.